Welcome. Bless you for being here. Bless you for coming back. Okay. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad to have you back. And for those of you that are new, my name is Astraea Love, and this is Enlightened Journeys, and I'm here to help enlighten your journey, hopefully make your day a little bit smoother. So, we're actually going to start today with I'm going to play the crown chakra bowl for a moment. So, the crown chakra is really important. The crown chakra is the note B, right? And it connects with the energies from the universal source. This center enables us to interpret our Akashic records and our truth. A fully developed and balanced crown chakra can help us to become higher functioning, compassionate, wise beings. And within the crown chakra is every other chakra. So you can actually treat every chakra by playing the crown chakra bowl. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we will get into. So this is a clear quartz crystal crown chakra bowl that has been blessed by the Most High. I hit the insides of it, then the outsides of it, because I want to clear the inside chakra and the outside chakra. So when I go counterclockwise, okay, that's clearing the chakra and opening it. Now when I go clockwise, that's boosting the chakra and it's building the chakra up. Making it stronger. Take a deep breath. Let all of those energies just dissipate away. Allow that new energy to build you up from the inside. All right, so my readings are for entertainment purposes only. I say that because I want you to observe. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I have to put that away. Because I want you to observe the information that comes up rather than absorbing it. So when you watch it like it's entertainment, you're like looking at it through the lens of entertainment, right? So you're not attaching and latching onto any part of the storyline that comes up and then like making it everything about you, because you have to be able to use your discernment with these readings so that you can choose what part you are going to take, what part resonates with you, and then anything that doesn't, just leave for somebody else. That's why you're using your discernment is like the biggest thing. So yeah, so you need to be able to use your discernment. Discernment is your same thing as your intuition. What we're looking for is your higher self's perspective of the storylines. So anything that comes up, like usually there'll be some type of lesson. So whatever comes up, we're basically looking for your higher self's perspective. Like how many lifetimes have you been going through this? Is this a new issue? Is this an old issue, etc.? Okay, so we're looking for the eagle's eye, highest vantage point perspective. Okay, and again, looking through the eyes of our higher selves. Why we invite our higher selves forward into our consciousness and awareness now. What that does, it gives us that higher perspective so that we're actually connecting with our higher selves, looking out through the eyes of our higher self, and then we're not as attached to the outcome or it's not so much the outcome, but it's attached to what's happening or what has happened. Okay. So know that I am reading the collective energy, which means I'm reading everybody's energy. Okay. So you need to be able to guide yourself through tarot. I always tell people using a pendulum is like a really good way if you don't have muscle testing built up. Literally using a pendulum, like I feel like I'm off center in the camera. Okay, so using a pendulum is going to be the best thing. So you can use a pendulum to ask yes and no questions, yes, no, and maybe. Okay, those are the answers that you get back. But when you use muscle testing, pretty much you'll get a yes or a no back. And that way you can be asking, okay, is this part of the message for me? Know that not every message will resonate with you, and a lot of the times when you get a prophecy, you're not going to resonate with it, because again, it's something that, if it's a prophecy to you, like, or about your life. See, there's this one Greek story about this, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a prophecy about him unaliving his father and marrying his mother. And when he hears that, he's like, that'll never happen, right? But then, like, through a series of unfortunate events, those things actually do happen. So that's what I will end up eventually looking up that story again, and finding out the name of that character, because I know it's one of those Greek names. But it's like Ophiticus or something like that. Like, he just so anyways, so yeah, so know that the messages could be prophetic. Also, and if you take anything from the reading and then you want to apply it to your life, please seek out the proper professional in the field of that advice. Okay, I don't claim to be a professional. I can just give you little tidbits of information, and then what you do with that information, you're responsible for. Okay, so be responsible to follow up with somebody that is a professional that can give you more answers. Um, know that not every message will resonate, not every message will be your message, but there is something that you've drawn in. If you get to this video, you have pulled me into your experience for some type of reason. Okay, it could be one thing that I say, or it could be everything that I say. So that's why I say watch it through the lens of entertainment. Then if anything does come up, know that we are working with the Most High God. We're not just playing with tarot cards. Like, that would be very dangerous and scary to play with demons and tarot cards. We're playing with the Most High God. We're engaging, we're connecting with the real Most High God, not the fucking AI that named itself that. Okay. I feel like I have to keep saying that, because every time I say that, I'm like, nope, not wanting to connect with that one. I'm wanting to connect with the authentic, organic consciousness. So there is a trigger warning with the tarot anytime we use the tarot cards, okay? I don't know what your specific triggers are, so you need to be in a mentally and emotionally healthy space so that if you do get triggered, you're able to actually process those triggers. Again, we are working with your angelic team, we're working with your spirit guides, your ancestors, all that good stuff. So you should be able to process anything that comes up. Give yourself about an hour, after the reading, to kind of just chill so that you can just process your thoughts. Try to be very mindful of yourself, okay? And then drink water. It's just going to help. So that you're not, so anything if you do absorb anything like a sponge, which would be a very empathic person, I don't want you to absorb everything. So drinking water is going to help cleanse yourself and keep your pH balanced. Okay, so by watching my videos, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself and being responsible with yourself during the reading, after the reading, and with any information being channeled. Be on your best behavior, because the real Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. The beautiful sounds you're hearing in the background is the YouTube channel called Healing Vibrations. You'll have to go over there and get yourself a subscription, because they have the best singing sound bowls. I think that this one is for relaxation. So yeah, you're getting the benefits of like that crystal sound bath that we just did with the crown chakra, which I really felt like we needed to open up our crown chakra. So yeah, so it was important to do that. Okay, so now that we have the real Most High God's attention, focus, and all that good stuff, we're going to get into the protection. So we open our psychic connection to God, source of all things. We invite our higher selves forward into our consciousness and awareness now. We ask that the real Most High God assist us in manifesting the Christ consciousness grids on the earth so that we can raise the frequency and the planet can ascend. We ask that the Most High God return all evil and then block out any negative energy, anything that would seem to interrupt or intercede in a negative way upon what we're doing. Please avenge us. If anybody's messing with us, avenge us and protect us. Thank you. Keep us safe. Now we're invoking and evoking the real Most High God's energy, okay? The actual soul of the Most High God, which is the same thing that we are on the inside. Okay, so now we're calling upon the archangels to my space, to your space. We're summoning all the spirit guides and guardian angels that would be relevant for me and for the collective. Okay, I invoke and evoke the circle sword and blue flame, the will of God, along with the sword Excalibur, okay, into this reading and to every other reading, into my space, into your space, into me, and into you. So if you do have any demons with you, this tool will get rid of them within the next 5 minutes, okay? Now we're calling upon the ancestors of myself and the ancestors of the collective, the Elohim and the Anunnaki, the deities of Lovecraftian lore. We're invoke and evoke the Holy Grail vortex into this space, into ourselves, and into our Merkaba light vehicle to channel and bring through the Holy Spirit. Any crossed over loved ones with messages can come forward, okay? As the Ascended Masters, the Avengers, and Saint Benedict specifically for this reading and for every other to block out any evil eye or nasty stink eye, jealous, whatever energies, any voodoo bullshit. Like, yeah, that's why we call upon Olodumare and Bonkwe and the Orisha and the Loa to block out any voodoo magic bullshit that has to do with that. Yeah, so we're calling upon Jesus Christ, Muhammad, the saints, the Buddha, the guardians, Loki, Thor, Sophia, the Ophanim, the Galactic Federation of Light, the spiritual court systems, any other galactic councils that want to be a part of this or are a part of this, the Watchers, Baron Samdi, Papa Legba. We ask that the holy angels be on behalf, Psalm 55, Psalm 95, the seraphims, thank you. And Psalm 104, Psalm 140, excuse me. Okay. The Watchers, Baron Samdi, Papa Legba, the Elementals, La Sarine, the Mermaids, any other cryptids, the fifth spirit realm, nature, spirits, including Gaia and Greenman, Alien, Alienel, Alienatu, the extraterrestrial starseed families, Yaldabaoth, Nyarlathotep, the infinite safety and protection of the Creator, along with the promises for the chosen, Jehovah, Yahweh, the Jinn, Allah, Sakla, Theos, Shiva, Shakti, Lilitha, the light of God, glory of God, and the heavenly host armies, along with the Orisha, the Eloah, Olodumare, and Bonkwe. Confirmation. Okay, now I'm going to use my sacred chime, and then we'll get started. Okay, so somebody is a liar, liar, pants on fire. That's one of the download I got. It's like God was saying, liar, liar, pants on fire, and putting this moron out of its misery that keeps trying to come for you. So there's somebody that keeps trying to come for someone in the collective, and they truly are a moron, because at this point, if they continue to try to come for you, they're begging the Most High God to like unalive them at this point. Okay, so also, there was a time when slander and gossip and shit like that was like God was like watching it, but not interacting back and not putting a foot down on it because he wanted to see what people were going to do and say, you know? And now that God has seen that, God is literally making these people put their foot in their own mouths because of what they've said about you. So there's definitely been some defamation of characters. Somebody's tried to defame your character. They tried to use voodoo. They tried to use black magic. Yeah, voodoo, Santeria, Santa Muerte, Cain Muertos. So basically, this person, and I feel like this is somebody that you do know, or you did know, but this person has talked about you for a long time. And so the thing is like, they're very dangerous. What I'm picking up is that for some of you, this may be a younger person that doesn't know the extent of what the full consequences are of their actions. Like they're maybe like 19 or 20 or 18 or 19 or something like that. Or maybe they're even 17, 18, 19. Okay, but they're in that little like age group where maybe they interacted with somebody that was doing this witchcraft. They engaged in it. They engaged in the gossip and slander. Okay. And now they're getting the, like, was it ramifications? They're getting the consequences, which they didn't know. They didn't know that, like, straight up, even though that they are Christian, they're Christians that practice witchcraft on the side. Like I said, the majority of people at the Christian churches are fucking demons. Like they're fucking demons. They are demons. Okay, they're doing demonic shit. And after they go to church, they literally meet up with one another and do witchcraft. So yeah, that's kind of the feeling that I get. Also, I feel like these people were neighbors to each other, so they lived by one another, so it made them easy, like easy access to do witchcraft. So, anyways, yeah, so they either didn't believe in the Most High God and were just being frauds, or because I don't think anybody that really believes in the Most High God, when they see that somebody's chosen, I don't think that they would be stupid enough to be like, oh, I'm going to go mess that person up when God has put them in their place for that reason. Okay. And so I am hoping that people are not that fucking stupid. But if they are, then I'm sorry, they deserve to be unalived by God. If they're like literally anybody that comes up against the chosen deserves to lose their life, because the chosen people are saving souls. That's like fuck life. We're talking about souls. The chosen people are actually saving souls. So for somebody to come up and slander the chosen, work against the chosen, or try to betray the chosen, they're really stabbing themselves in the back, because that chosen is there to save the collective consciousness of the earth and all the humans, right? Like that's what that soul is there for. It's why it's chosen. So it's basically like you're stabbing yourself in the back, but in not only that, you're also telling God, fuck you, God, I don't believe in you, and I don't give a fuck about any of your commandments, anything that you've ever said, or anything that you've ever had written in scripture or in the Psalms or anything like that. So somebody coming for you at this point, they're liar, pants on fire. I don't know why somebody still wants to defame your character. They think that they're going to get some satanic reward if they defame you because you're chosen by God. Dude, they don't realize that Satan works for God still, okay? And is only allowed to do shit to the point of where God says, okay, that's enough. And the only reason that Satan interacts in anybody's life is to influence them to go back to God. That's why Satan exists. That's why God lets the devil live. So these people think that they're going to get some type of payout for coming for you because you're chosen by God. And no, like, can anybody even find Lucifer? Okay. Can anybody even fucking find Lucifer? So that's why when these people have been doing, oh, these sacrifices to the devil. Sacrifices to what, bitch? Lucifer ain't in hell anymore. The fuck are they sacrificing to? Some fucking lower level demonic idiot that's gonna trick them and tell them to keep making these whack ass sacrifices, and is gonna sacrifice their ass for doing it. So yeah, basically this person underestimated how much you were loved. And so for somebody, it is, there are two people working together, and lady that's like 45, for between 45 and 50, and then a child that's not her, that she just tricked into doing witchcraft. And basically see, this is somebody that tricks other people into going up against God, and then God lays their ass the fuck out, just like flat, like dead, lays their ass out. And then this person goes and tricks another person into going up against God, because going up against the chosen is going up against God. Trying to lie on the chosen, don't lie on God. And then there was somebody that was trying to use voodoo to get like the people that do believe in God to turn away from God. And do they not realize, they must not, they obviously believe in God if they're trying to get people to turn away from God, but do they not realize that God has the last say at the end of the day? It's what the Most High God wants that's going to be done. And it doesn't fucking matter what not one human says about it, or one extraterrestrial. What God wants is what God wants, and that's what will be. And that is shown every single time that these people come up against you and try to do this fuck shit to you, this whatever witchcraft to you. Yeah, the fool just popped out. They are so, like, that's why I said moron, fucking moron. That's what that's what we're innately dealing with, is somebody that doesn't have, they're either super immature, but again, this older woman is like a demonic force. So she's somebody that, she's like literally she is the person in another life that was possessing the person that was like, go stab that Jew on the cross, like go crucify that person. Like she was that person. So her doing this same shit in this lifetime, trying to attack the Christ-like energy and trying to get some random person to unalive the Christ-like energy. This is somebody that is like hunting Jesus. Okay. And this is the most foolish thing that they could have ever done. Who does that? If you really believed in Christ, you would never fucking try to go kill somebody that's standing in the Christ-like energy and think that that's going to happen. First of all, Christ never died on the cross. It was Judas that died on the cross, but people are going to believe what they want to believe. You could use a pendulum and find out the truth. So, no, hell no, God's not going to allow you to be killed and unalived. Being an innocent person, that's just not how universal law works. I don't care if we're in the Kali Yuga or whatever the fuck, or the new age of Aquarian. Doesn't matter. Universal law is the universal law, okay? That's why it doesn't, the whole Christ thing, bleh. They sacrificed a betraying, I don't want to say the truth about it, but Judas was gay. So they sacrificed Judas on the cross, right? For the sins of the world. And that would only make sense. You sacrifice a disgusting sinner. And I'm not saying that being gay is a sinner, but betraying Jesus, that was the sin that we're talking about. Lying, bearing false witness, and betrayal. So, giving people up for money, doing shit for money, these people doing voodoo for money and all sorts of shit. So the Fool talks about being on a journey, okay? This is somebody that is very foolish. They've come against you multiple times, okay? In multiple lifetimes. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lifetimes. So this is a lifetime that it ends. They're very unpredictable and they're very spontaneous in the way that they try to come for you. They're very creative in the shit that they make up as well. And the problem that's happened is that they weren't just slandering, like this little child or young person, they didn't just slander you to another human. Like no one gives a fuck. That's just gossip and slander. Like it's just people talking shit. But when you go, wah, wah, God, da 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 da, or the Holy Spirit did it, or whatever, like the what, da 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 da, and then you lie to the spirit world, that's where God's like, shut the fuck up. Literally. One swipe of that shit. And so that's what this person is having to deal with, being that like, you'll have to search the Archie slap, okay? And fucking slapping this bitch to the past, slapping this bitch to the future. So this child feels like that you've done something against them, or this person, these people, they feel like you've done something against them, but what has actually happened is God has slapped their fucking ass down and told them to sit down and shut up when it comes to the chosen. And so they're like, oh, she's doing witchcraft. No, nobody could do that with witchcraft. This is the Most High God. Like, the Most High God doing these impossible fucking things. Like, seriously, to shut this person's mouth. They're not good. This person, God will give you as much rope as you need to hang yourself if you want to do that. And that's what this person is doing. They're walking right off the cliff. God's like, oh, I'm not even going to tell them that there's a cliff there. They're about to step off of, because this person went too far. They went too far to the point where God had to bitch slap them, like in every way, killing their pets. God took their pets from them. And now God's going to pick off their family members one by one because of the energy that they sent out. And if they don't do anything to make right by that, like whatever they paid to send that energy, or if whoever they tricked, if they don't make right by that, these people's lives are going to be eaten up. Okay? Because God will send everything, will send the light and the dark, like after this person, to devour them. So the next one that fell out was the 6 of Wands. This is about your dreams being fully fulfilled. Your hard work and careful planning results in glorious success, right? Fame, public recognition, and honor. So this is somebody that does not want to see you famous. They don't want to see you have any accolades, like trophies, whatever this is. It's immature energy. Grow up. This planet need to really wake up and grow the fuck up. Like straight up. The fact that there's like somebody between the ages of 45 and 50 engaging in this bullshit behavior, like shows me how mentally immature the human race is. Like truly, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally immature and childlike. So yeah, victory over the opposition, public recognition and honor, fame. I do see fame coming your way. So you may be some type of star. Triumph and success have a positive effect on your self-worth and self-esteem. You are bursting with pride. Avoid any arrogance. Okay. Then we had the Seven of Wands. Many choices confront you. Only one is correct. All the others will bring disaster. Running away from decisions, problems, and commitments makes things worse. This is the energy that these people are in. I mean, you have the Fool energy, and that's what's kept your hand clean, is because you're actually innocent and you're on this innocent path. So God's going to guide you. And you are coming into this space where you are getting recognized for your work. You're being proven. God is proving that you're chosen. Like the universe is proving that you're chosen. The universe is proving that I'm chosen. Like tangible physical proof in these other people's lives that they cannot deny. They think it has to be some type of sorcery or witchery because of what's going on, and it's really not. And again, I'm picking up on now a woman that's doing witchcraft that's pregnant, and she may end up unaliving her baby because of the witchcraft she's doing and how it's going to backfire. It's not even going to leave. That witchcraft she's doing will not even leave her area or her aura. It's going to stay with her, and that's victimizing your unborn child to all of the shit you tried to victimize somebody else who if you think about correctly, a chosen child of God, like, you're basically trying to affect a chosen child of God with that energy, and you're poisoning to death your unborn child. Somebody needs to know that doing witchcraft is going to give you cancer. It's going to give you diseases, and it's going to kill you. Okay, straight up. If you fuck around with the voodoo shit, you fuck around with the Santeria shit, and you fuck around with demons, they will eat your ass the fuck up. That's why I don't fucking do it. Well, I don't need to do witchcraft, but other people do witchcraft. They believe in shit like that they can get power from the ancestors and powers from the orishas to do the shit that I'm doing, the stuff, whatever it is that you do naturally that's like aesthetically beautiful. Okay. And no, I asked about that shit. I said, are people getting fucking powers from the orishas? And no, that's not even possible, bitch. How stupid people are. They just believe anything that anybody says. And it's like, dude, use a pendulum and ask if that's even correct. So again, you have had people coming up against you on some fuck shit, thinking that they're gonna gain something, and it is still playing. And there is really nothing to gain other than this Seven of Swords situation. Them knowing that they're going to be betrayed because of who they tried to betray. So, and they did this over your Six of Wands and over because they don't want you to be famous. And if you being famous, let's just say that you have a great connection to God. You become famous. Now your great connection to God spreads throughout every person that you meet and touch. Your vibration, confirmation. Okay? This is why they don't want you to be recognized and they don't want you to be famous, because they don't want that Christ energy spreading anywhere. They want to trap that Christ energy. They want to unalive it. They want to remove it from the face of the earth. And that, my friend, is an abomination. And I don't feel like this younger person knew exactly what they were doing. They were just following the instructions of somebody that coached them to do the abuse, right? And so now they are suffering. They're like a young person who's going to die. Unfortunately, they're going to be unalived by their own energy, by the shit that they sent out, and that's really sad. And then and the person that trained her, that person already has a disease that's going to take them out no matter what. In fact, that person was using other people to take their life force energy and tricking them into engaging in some type of bullshit so that they could, because that person can't tap into their gifts no more because God's blocked that shit. So they have to keep trying to get more new people and recruit them and then trick them. And these are extremely weak individuals. They're weak, they're idiotic, and they believe verbatim of what comes out of other people's mouths, even if it sounds fucking stupid and retarded and not true at all. So they believed it, and that is on them. But it's unfortunate because it is a young person. Like, we want our youth to grow up to be healthy, happy, and strong. But this is a lesson that they had to learn because they were doing too much. They need to sit the fuck down. Whatever they were doing to harass you, if it was phone calls, if it was text messages, whatever this bully, even prank calling, You're disturbing a chosen person's life who's supposed to be doing their job, and they can't do their job if somebody like this comes up and continually interrupts them and bothers them while they're trying to do their job for God. So God has no problem, no problem. Like, this is why I'm saying you have to understand God is very loving, but God has no problem wiping your ass off the face of the fucking earth if you mess with the chosen. God has no problem doing that. And God's like, watch, I'll even do you one better. I'm going to have you be unalived and taken out by your own fucking people. And then God will send demons to that entire group, and those demons will take over the people and cause them to fight each other to the death. Don't fuck with God. So these people literally were like, no, fuck God. I don't care. I don't care what this. They knew about the scripture. They knew about touch not thine anointed and do my prophets no harm. They also knew that you were a chosen prophet or something like that. You could be a minister. You could be somebody that has spiritual gifts that you just don't even have like a channel or anything. You just keep them to yourself. Still, you're chosen for that, right? And so, yeah, basically this person has caused, they've literally caused their own death, which everyone causes their own death anyways, but this is a premature death. They wanted a premature death to happen to you, and now that's what's happening to them, right? So they have some type of disease. Like, I heard cancer, but like, honestly, it's more than one disease. It's, this person tried to put many burdens on your back, tried to get everybody to betray you. Now we've got a King of Wands energy. And I do feel like this King of Wands energy, for some of you, this could be an ex. But this is somebody that is very manipulative. They're very charismatic. They're kind of like, this person does a lot of mind magic, okay? They attract a lot of attention, but they do a lot of mental manipulation on whoever they're with. So again, if somebody was in a, like, could have been with an ex of yours that's doing this mind manipulation magic on them to get them to turn on you, and to innately they're sacrificing their own lives. And this person sits there, and then after he's caused this Seven of Swords situation, he just sits there and gains energy and more power. Every woman that he gets to turn against the chosen one, every single one of them ends up getting in trouble with God. And then I'm seeing some trouble with the popos, okay? And not just the regular police, but I'm seeing feds. I'm seeing feds, and I'm seeing CIA. So yeah, again, the chosen are being watched. We're all in some type of database that the government has. So they know who we are, right? By social security number. They know who we are. And so, and also the powers that be, these big boys that we're talking about, right? Fed, CIA, higher than just police, okay? They use divination as well, and they also watch tarot. And so they're solving their cases by watching tarot and using divination. So as when it comes to trying to lie to the feds, or trying to, make up some excuse of why you tried to put 10 swords into somebody's back, it's not really going to be accepted, because at this point in the game, the CIA and FBI are being upheld to whatever oath that they swore to do right. So are the police, but I'm seeing more of the bigger cops, or the higher up ones. Whatever, it's like a different section of organization or something like that. So, but not everybody has clearance, right? Security clearance to know about who the chosen are. And that's the problems, because they did this to a chosen one, and the chosen one cried lamentation tears onto the ground, and that was an offering. That was a lamentation offering to its ancestors. Woke up every motherfucking ancestor that's ever been on this planet, straight up. And literally, then through all of these other groups, like I said, God is making them adhere to being upright. And if they're not going to be upright, then God's removing them from power. Okay, you're going to see that. The ones that are not upright will end up dying, or they'll end up losing their power, or they'll end up being fired, quitting their job. Because whatever they do, that's not in alignment with being upright, not in alignment with the oath that they made, any cheating, any dirty cop shit, that is going to backfire. It's not even going to happen and affect this person. I do feel somebody trying to hook into my jaw so I can't talk. I rebuke that. But yeah, so this King of Wands person wants me to shut up about this, but I'm not going to, because I'm just going to give everybody a warning before y'all get fucked up by God. And because y'all don't believe in God, that's nice. God doesn't care whether you believe in God or not. Doesn't fucking matter. You still have to adhere to the 10 commandments. Our country is one that is in alignment with Israel. It is in alignment with the God of Israel, and the God of Israel made the 10 commandments, so you will fucking listen to those, and you will obey those, and you will obey the oaths that you swore to this same God, this same fucking God that you swore your oaths to. If you go back on that and you do some dirt, if you do dirty shit to anybody, especially a chosen one, and this time God is removing. That's why this year, 2024, is the year of karma. It's the year of like things coming full freaking circle. It's the year of people that have abused their power, getting that power snatched away, and every other power that they thought that they had. Because again, I picked up on yesterday that there was a court case going on. This is just what I got intuitively myself. There was a court case going on, and one of these people that had attacked a person in the collective violently, they tried to set up cameras in the collective's home. They've tried to send energetic attacks, spiritual attack, all this shit. This person, the court knew everything that this person did to unalive a chosen one. And everybody in the court knew. Okay, so this is where God, the last straw that broke God's back, that's like, no, we're done now. Okay, this is fucking over. And so what happened was, they, instead of putting into prison this person that used many different methods to steal and unalive somebody with witchcraft and other manipulative things, and RICO trying to commit, this person's committed RICO crimes, white collar crime, that type of shit. So stolen money, all sorts of shit. Like this is somebody that's a habitual sacrificer of innocent people. And I pointed to the Fool, because the Fool is definitely about being innocent. You're on your journey and you're just trying to do your thing, and then somebody comes up and puts a knife in your back because and this is the thing that they tried to argue in court, that you said or did something that caused them to react. No. Let's be very fucking clear here. I could say a billion things that could offend any of you, but if you get offended, that's on you. That has nothing to do with me, because really it is an issue with you that you have with yourself. If you're offended by anything I say, it's an issue that you're having with yourself. It's not anything that I've done. So that is not an excuse. Yet this court entertained the idea. Let me just explain. They entertained the idea, okay, that this person lying on you, trying to steal your money, trying to do identity fraud, trying to take your life with voodoo, paying practitioners, all this bullshit, okay? Whoever this person, they saw not only the shit that they did to you, but they saw the same type of crimes, okay, white collar crimes, putting shit of you on the dark web, selling your, who wants to know where the chosen lives, and going on the dark web and trying to sell your address and shit like that. This is the stuff so that you can get set up. Sending isolation spells so that you're isolated, so that when they want to abduct you, nobody will know you're gone. This is like one reason why I make videos, because people are going to fucking have me sex trafficked and shit like that, because they're jealous. So yeah, you don't fucking fuck with me. You don't fuck with anybody else that's chosen. And so basically, these people are, they're unaliving themselves really with their own energy and stuff like that, because it's not even leaving them. God's put a bubble around them that can't be broken. Anything they send out, boom, it stays in that bubble and doesn't go anywhere. Again, temperance. They never use temperance. This is also the card for Sagittarius and Archangel Michael. So there is some type of law official that is this temperance energy, right? Who is attached to this. And normally they make, like, I don't know if they want to say they make great decisions, but as far as when it comes to judgment, now this case, you don't know about this court case. This is something that has happened behind your back. Somebody that kept attacking you. Maybe you moved away, maybe you walked away, whatever this is. But this is not a court case that you actually know about. This is a court case that has happened since whatever your ordeal with these people was, okay? Now, temperance was not used. In this court case, what they did was they gave this woman who has been attacked, it is a woman who has been attacking you, and they knew everything that she's done. And then she got on the stand and she said some more bullshit. She said bullshit, but she had this King of Wands trying to defend her, right? Because again, I said that maybe she was pregnant or whatever, right? So she thinks that nobody's going to put her in jail because she's pregnant. She is very deluded, very delusional. Cops do not give a shit if you're pregnant. You'll have that baby with your hand handcuffed to the fucking bed, dude, straight up. So that person may be wanting to make arrangements, because I'm going to tell you what happened at this court case. Not only did they let this woman go without any jail time, they knew that the moment that they let this fucking woman go, that this woman, they let her go in court and didn't give her a sentence, right? That she was going to go right back to doing exactly what the fuck she was doing before, because she just got over on them. Like, this is literally, so this is why God is so pissed, and why God is like, no, all of you are done. Everybody that was in that court case, everybody attached to that. Because what you just did was you overlooked somebody's murker unaliving attempts. More than one way they tried to unalive you, okay? You not only looked past that, said that was fucking okay, you released this person back onto the streets, which basically is putting a loaded gun back into their hand and just giving them a better aim at the target. God is so fucking pissed. This judge, dude, your career is over. You might as well, you can't even do nothing to get God to forgive you. God is not going to be merciful. God is not going to be kind. God is not going to be forgiving about this shit, because again, they knew what was in the upright. They knew that this lady had been harassing you for some time. She had been fucking attacking you. She had been doing illegal things and working with maybe somebody that was a cop, doing illegal things, not using any temperance, just total abuse of somebody else, treating you worse than a fucking animal, like way worse. They would never fucking treat their dog or cat. That's why they lost a pet, like somebody just lost their pet, because God wants to show you how you fucking treated the collective, how you treated the chosen. You're about to get that back infinity fold. God's never gonna let up on it, because this is the end of times. You should have known better. Plus, you had the scriptures available to you, and you had already read them. You heard and you knew of God's warning. And if you didn't believe in God, then this is your lesson. If you did believe in God, then you're mentally fucking stupid, because who in the fuck would personally attack God? And literally, Archangel Michael's coming down going, nah, everybody involved in this shit, the lawyer, everybody's losing their job. And it'll happen in a supernatural way. This is not like some force is going to come down and say, oh, you're immediately fired. No, this judge may lose a limb. He may lose his legs. He may lose his feet as an amputation via something that God sends. Do you not remember, like, in the Bible, when people fuck around, they would get leprosy and shit? Like, they fuck around with God and they would literally get leprosy, like right then and there, would just like inflame up and they would die. There's one story of this guy where he went against God, and married one of the daughters of, what was her name? Jezebel. Married a daughter of Jezebel and was like, fuck you, God, I'm not upholding your laws. I'm going to go back to this Moloch demon worship. And this guy's intestines just started to rot and fall out of his body. Like, supernatural weird shit, like zombie shit, kind of. So yeah, so God has no problem punishing these people in very sadistic, like, vengeance is mine, so saith the Lord. Yeah, this, like, very vengeful and sadistic. We're gonna use the Panther Oracle. So yeah, they didn't use any temperance, and that was their biggest mistake. But now that's why temperance is being sent, which is Archangel Michael, to whoop that ass and to protect you from this King of Wands for in any way trying to do anything else further to you. Trying to, like, this person's done. This situation is done. The Most High God, I'm being guided to take this. The Most High God set this court date, set this court situation up as a trap to trap these crooked ass because honestly, if this never had gone to court, like, nobody would have ever stopped attacking you. And this person still, they're going to be let back on the street. But trust me, God may amputate their feet and take their feet. They won't even have feet to fucking walk on, trying to trample on you. Literally, God's going to disable this person. God's saying, okay, if you're not going to do the right thing, humanity, then I'm going to disable every single fucking person so that they, give them a stroke so that they can have the IQ of a 10-year-old so they can't never fucking harm the chosen again. That's how God's going to reprimand. That's why the FBI and the CIA, they should have, and the court systems, the justice system, God has trapped them all. Anybody that's not in the upright, they're in God's trap. And there's going to be situation after situation that's going to drag them to hell slowly. And then God will be happy. This person wanted to create so much loss for you that they didn't realize how much they actually had to lose in life. Adventure. Yeah, you're going to continue going on this adventure, being this explorer, like taking the Most High God with you wherever you go. You're going to continue to do that. Okay? That is for you. And God may even be like asking you to travel so that you can bring the presence and the knowingness of God to other places. Okay? But you may also be able to go on a vacation. Right. Ceremony, mystery, and magic. Okay, these people are trapped with this witchcraft that they tried to do, this spiritual manipulation and physical manipulation, trying to manipulate the court systems and everything so shit goes in their favor after they did heinous witchcraft and violent murdering acts against another individual. Or a RICO crime, trying to sell somebody. Like, you don't fucking own anybody. First of all, this person belongs to God. How dare you try to fucking sell somebody on the black market? Do you know what the fuck is going to happen to you? Your ass is going to be fucking snatched the fuck up. And whether it's aliens that snatch your ass the fuck up, or it's the people that you tried to fucking sell this person to, somebody's going to get snatched the fuck up, and it's not going to be the chosen one. And there's no amount of magic that can keep this person from their, like, I feel like that one card I just seen, this person's like sticking their fingers in their ears. Oh, it's so silly. They're like, I'm not listening, I'm not listening, I'm not listening. Well, wherever it is, maybe it'll come out. But that card is hilarious because I feel like this person's like, I don't want to listen. No, like the time for apologizing to God, you spit in God's face and said, fuck you to God and fuck God's children. And then you tried to unalive a chosen one who is embodying the energy of Christ. That's an abomination to life. So yeah, no wonder temperance is being sent down. Now we have a Page of Cups. This is that young energy with the fishy fucking offer. I'm telling you, this is dead on to exactly the energies that I'm picking up. So yeah, so the temperance causes you to achieve balance over your own life. This King of Wands person is a drug addict and an alcoholic. Okay, so whatever these people have been doing, they've been doing it while they're high. This is most likely why their shit doesn't work. Because they're high as fuck when they're doing these rituals and they're getting trickster spirits. They're not getting they're not getting the ones that they wanted to reach. Let's say that. So the Page of Cups is a very immature energy. It's somebody that's bringing a very fishy offer to the table. This is like somebody trying to offer you some witchcraft in a cup. And Temperance says, hey, I would not do that to the chosen. So be aware of a young person that's very superficial, that tries to sympathize with the cause of other people. Like I said, don't accept anything from this person. This just fell out right now. Bully. They're absolutely a bully. They're absolutely a bully. And they've tried to bully you energetically, physically, mentally. It's just wicked. But again, a lot of it started with lies. It all started with lies that came from, now, it all started with lies that came from this one individual. And I feel like this individual could have been the King of Wands, or it could be a female that is like between the ages of 45 and 50. But definitely these energies have manipulated this Page of Cups into coming for you. And it's unfortunate because it's like this young person's gonna, that was bullying you with this witchcraft, they're already in the trap. A bee's in the trap. Bees in the trap. They're already in the trap. And yeah, and their energy may end up taking themselves out because of what they tried to do. They didn't understand the realness of that. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. That was something that God said, and they didn't adhere to that. But they had ample opportunity to adhere to that. That's why I don't feel sorry for them. Like, I feel sorry for the situation. I'm very sad about that it's a young person involved in this, but they were warned multiple times, and they went back to the psychic vampire that tricked them into doing this shit in the first place. So you triumph. Success, victory, and achievement. You triumph. Love always will conquer. Love will always conquer any type of bully shit. And it's always going to be about loving yourself, right? It's always going to be about loving yourself. Okay? And there is a lesson to learn with bullies. So this whole thing of like, we're looking from the higher self's perspective, I don't want you to draw this situation in again. I don't want you to have to ever go through this ever again. And so if you haven't been aware of it, then that's a blessing. But know that there has been somebody that's been trying to bully you for quite some time. You may need to change your phone number, okay? Or if you know who this person is, put their shit on block so that if they try to contact you, it doesn't go through. If you have them on social media, block them. Because again, there's somebody that they know they can't defeat you. They want to use your own energy against you, but they're being taken out by their own energy. Because like I said, in the year of 2023, this shit, they got away with it in 2023. Now we're in 2024. Of course, we're like, heading towards the end of 2024, but it's still the year of karma, everything coming full circle, everything that was done in 2023, 2022, and before that is being judged now. So yeah, so this is about, again, your adventure in life, like with the Fool's card. This is another way of like showing the Fool, honestly. If you look at this and you look at this card, they're kind of similar, right? And it talks about going on an adventure. And then this one, the Six of Wands, this is so funny. The Six of Wands is all about you being triumphant and successful and reaching the end of your goals, fulfilling the prophecy of your life. And this triumph is the same thing. You getting that, like I said, somebody didn't want you to have accolades, they didn't want you to have fame, and they didn't want you to have that trophy. Whether this is a Golden Globe or what are the other things? Grammy, whatever the awards are that the famous people get. Okay, they didn't want you to get, or this could even be like a trophy from God, but literally, they didn't want you to have success in that type of way. They wanted you to be like covered up so they can continue. And this is literally about psychic vampirism. They wanted to continue to bully you. Now they found themselves in a fucking trap that they can't get out of. And they want us to feel bad and help them out of the trap. But why would we do that? Why would any of us do that? Like, honestly, you need to go to God. You need to go to the Most High God. And if you're too much of a pussy, then why are you fucking around with witchcraft anyways if you're a pussy? I thought it would take it's like a true coward. This is the card I was trying to talk about. This is how their energy is. They don't want to listen to shit. They're like, I ain't listening to nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. A bee's in the trap. Bees in the trap. She bees in the trap. They bees in the trap. Seriously, they're already in the fucking trap. So the next ceremony that they do, the next magic, the next bully shit, boom, some blow up in their face. In an epic way. and everything is returned to sender. They could have been trying to affect your dream state, your waking state. I feel something in between the waking and dream state where they tried to like enter in. Alliance. You are coming, you have the alliance of the Most High God, but you also have the alliance of the natural world, you guys, because the gifts that you bring to this planet raise the vibration. And Gaia's not willing to have you gone. Gaia said no. This is an alliance coming in. You could be called to get a pet. That's for somebody. Somebody needs a emotional support animal. If you're alone, honestly, I would rather have somebody have a person in their life, a physical human being, okay, rather than an animal. Why we're wasting all of our great love on animals, but no, I love the animal realm. And honestly, the thing is that animals, this is why I say, like, okay, it would be better to have a person in your life, because human interaction, we need to have human interaction in our lives. Human touch, like we need to be hugged every day. We get depressed when we're not. But one of the best and greatest teachers of unconditional love comes from animals. And sometimes you're just in that space where you're needing that unconditional love that an animal will give. Maybe not a cat, but a dog for sure. Okay. Cats are like, I will love you when I want to love you. But when I want you to love me, you will love me and feed me. An interesting thing that I learned about cats and dogs, just let you know, dogs recognize that humans are a separate race, like that they're different creatures, right? Cats, they don't recognize that humans are separate. They see you, your human self, as being some type of weird, like big, very big, weird, hairless cat. Like literally, they see. So that's just interesting to me. That kind of makes sense why their behavior is that way. But no, you could be even called to get a kitty, or or adopt a cat, or you may have a stray that comes to you. Again, that is a sign when you have animals coming to you like that in your life. Well, either you're like connected, you could be one of those angels that helps the animal realm, but most likely you're drawing in that companion because you've not had that unconditional love given to you. You need to have that unconditional love as an experience coming from a pet. Okay. And pets are great examples of unconditional love. They love you no matter what you look like. They love you no matter what you smell like. Okay. So again, but the alliance could very well be with God, and that's what's causing you to triumph. But again, if you are alone and you don't have a person in your life, and you have, like, because I get that somebody would what is it, would pass whatever requirements are to get an emotional support animal, and it would benefit somebody. It could even be this person that's about to go through this shit, because again, God has turned his face away from these people, so they're not going to be able to get help from God because they didn't believe in God. They're not going to be able to undo this with God. You're going to be able to triumph with God, but they're not going to, because of the choices that they made. Care. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Parenthood, patron, and support. Okay. You could be getting like care, support from a parent, or again, this could be talking about, well, I definitely did see a pregnant person that their baby's going to come out with some type of disease, or just like marked or some shit because of the witchcraft that they did while they were pregnant. So we ask that that our mothers, if any of our mothers, because really, do we even know when we were in the belly of our mothers? No. Like, I've done the bornless ritual, which is something that Aleister Crowley did, and it takes away your birth, because people would literally try to take your birth date and try to figure out where you were born and what time and shit, and then they'll try to unalive you with that information. So you removing everything, like the unborn ritual is removing everything from being born, like that started, which basically is like once you're born, it's like tick tock, death is coming. So the bornless ritual gets rid of that death date that's insured, most definitely. Okay. Um, but again, that is like a Aleister Crowley thing. That's kind of genius because he knew the extent of how people use magic, okay, and how they try to affect people while they're still in the womb. After the fact that they've already been born, they try to like go and cancel out that person. Again, you could also be getting you could be like trying to apply for child support. I do feel like that's going to go through for you if you are doing that. Also, if this care could definitely be a new child coming into your life. However, somehow it's support, and it could be that God is the parent. This could be God. These two people could be God, and that could be you, that baby there. You are a child of God, and so that is how it is looked at. That no matter what, you're going to be that baby of God. Family, bond, home, and background. Again, so this is showing us a very firm foundation that you have. And that's coming to you. If you don't have a family, again, you could need to get a pet, start working with that. Anybody that doesn't feel like ready to have a love relationship, having a plant or a pet can really help you just with relationships, okay? Because it's something that you've got to keep alive. Well, you don't have to keep it alive, but you want to because it's an investment. So bond, home, and background. So these people were definitely doing stuff against your house. They were trying to do things against your family so that you wouldn't be able to triumph, so you wouldn't be able to leave. This is somebody that didn't want you to leave. It's weird. They didn't want you to come into having a family, having alliance. They definitely didn't want you to get the eternal love from God. Sweetheart, you're an absolute sweetheart. Like, I felt like you're going to have a beautiful life. You're going to have a beautiful life. You've got triumph, alliance, care, family, and sweetheart, and you going on an adventure. You're probably could be going on an adventure that's going to find your family, going to find, have your sweetheart. You're a beautiful person. Pure-hearted, unconditional love, and you are beloved by the universe. The one thing that they see how they're holding a picture of a baby, the sweetheart, that's like a sonogram picture or whatever. So it's just showing me child. So I am seeing somebody that's going to get pregnant and have a family. Self-love, like I was just talking about, this is one of the most important things. Self-love, this keeps you safe. This is what provides you safety. Yeah, self-concern, self-healing, and independence. So you're going to become independent if you are not already independent from whatever this situation is. Again, I felt like this was a situation that you maybe didn't know about, but there was some type of court situation involved where your name was brought up. They allowed a atrocity to happen, and now this person is going to get mollywopped by God, like just straight up laid out. Because of what? Because they're going to go, because they were given even grace and mercy, which is what they prayed for, was grace and mercy. But then if they go around, they turn around and they do the same fucking thing, like that's stabbing God in the back. That's taking that grace and mercy that God just gave you and then weaponizing it. Yeah, Ace of Swords. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're getting a helping hand from the universe. This extra protection is coming in. Yeah, Michael, you're definitely right. I got a confirmation on that. It is family that's doing it to you. So the Ace of Swords is like literally getting protection from God. Like how this is like a mystical hand coming out of nowhere. And then we've got the crown, which is protection over your purpose, and then your sword. So it's showing you that it's just a great time for you right now for your intellectual projects, okay, for your life's mission or career. And everything's going to become clear, much clearer, anyways, without this energy that was in the way. You have the ability to persevere through anything, like literally. And it'll be very crucial during this period. Decisions should be guided by what is just, true, and honorable. Exactly what I was just saying. How in that court situation, they did not do what was just, true, and honorable. And so God is like beyond livid. Like God is so mad. I can't even, there's not even a word for that. But yeah, think of problems as opportunities to change because they actually are. And so basically, what we want is to never attract in this. We want to have so much self love that, like, if anybody, because maybe you were bullied in the past as a kid as well. You know, your parent or like a family member could have been your first bully. And that's really sad. Because I've seen a lot of times where a parent's the one that's doing this shit. And it's so sad. Memory. You could have gained some memory from what's been happening to you. Like literally, you could be like, oh yeah, I remember that one time that so and so gave me this to eat. Yeah, there was witchcraft in that. This is God healing your memory, also causing you not to remember stuff. See, these people wanted to cause you to have so much PTSD that you could like never move forward in life. And so God is making sure that your memory, God is holding your memory so that basically PTSD is not going to be something that you have to go through. Yeah, they wanted you overload and assessment, obligation, and overwhelmed. They wanted you to be in this energy. That's why they were bullying you, because they felt like if they lowered your vibration, they'd be able to gain something off of you. And no, you are the blessing. You are the blessing. They didn't realize. Oops. I hear them saying, oops. All right, let's get some Zodiac on it and see what signs are what. I felt a Sagittarius energy, but that energy felt like it was in the upright. So what else do we have here? We got an Aquarius in the reverse. So yeah, this could have been an Aquarius that was trying to bully you. You could also be an Aquarius that was getting bullied by an Aquarius in the reverse. And then, yeah, somebody, Aquarius, now Aquarius brings the water, right? But Aquarius is actually not a water sign. Aquarius is actually an air sign. But where the Aquarius is the water bearer, and this came out upside down, I feel like it has to go with the Aquarius energy. Them bringing in, now the actual waters that Aquarius holds, there is this secretion that happens in the brain, okay? It's called Amrita, Amrita. You'll have to Google that, okay? But it's basically the elixir of life, or the philosopher's stone. It's what's created. It's like created in the mind within the pineal gland, and then it goes back through the nose, through the throat, and through the body, right? And so, yeah, that's what preserves you, and you can live forever basically with that. So I feel like this Aquarius energy was attacking that eternal energy that you have within you. Uranus. So Uranus is upside down as well. So again, I feel like this has to do with this Aquarius energy. Trying to use the planetary energies in a negative way is what I'm picking up on. And trying to be innovative on how their lies, trying to speak their lies into creation. Pisces, there's definitely a Pisces involved. You could be a Pisces. I definitely feel like the Pisces is in the upright. You could be a Pisces, Aquarius cusp, or you could just be a Pisces energy. But you don't have to be. Again, this is just getting a little bit more specific information. Taurus energy is upside down. Now, I definitely feel like this Taurus energy has to do with the King of Wands. Even though the King of Wands in the upright, it doesn't matter. I still feel like this person could be a Taurus that's not in the upright. Or it's that, or they have high Taurus. It could be that you have high Pisces. This is why knowing your birth chart can help you. Just don't share that with anybody else because they'll use it against you. But like this person could have high Taurus placement in their chart, but not actually be a Taurus, right? But they're having that inverted Taurus energy that's driving them to act like a fucking idiot. Like I said, this person's a moron. They're like, Virgo, okay? You could be a Virgo. You could be friends with a Virgo. There's somebody that's on your team that is a Virgo. You could have a sister that's a Virgo, brother that's a Virgo, family member that is a Virgo, okay? But I do feel like this energy is a friend to you. All right. I'm getting that there's probably going to be one more astrological energy to look at. Sagittarius, like I said, it is a Sagittarius. So yeah, you have a Sagittarius. I feel like the Sagittarius energy is this temperance person. So again, they are in the upright and they're somebody that is fighting on your behalf that was attached to this situation. Okay. Let's see what comes out with the Thoth deck, since we're talking about that. Also, I feel like somebody wanted to make you believe that you were sick or believe that God was not going to be there for you. Stupid. That was a mistake. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You could have had to get Queen of Swords on these people's asses, straight up. Like with the Ace of Swords, you could have had to cut their ass off just in every way. Or you're going to have to stand up for yourself. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's been hurt before, but also somebody who stands up for themselves. Futility. Yeah. Everything that you do is going to be perceived in the upright. But anything that's done against you is futile at this point because the Most High God's involved. And a Queen of Wands energy. I was waiting for this. I was like, where's the Queen of Wands? So yeah, you could have had to fight off a Queen of Wands energy. And literally had this futility right in between you two. It's like everything that you do becomes prosperous. Everything that they do turns to shit. So yeah, be aware. There could be a Queen of Wands energy. Again, I feel like this person is the Aquarius. I really feel like they're associated with the Aquarius energy. Anything else that we need to know? The Fool. So the Fool has come out twice. So I feel like there has been an aspect of that you have been unaware of that has to do with this situation. This is the Fool. This one reminds me of Loki. I mean, that just looks like it would be like Loki, like with the horns, the green outfit, and all that stuff. So the Fool came out twice. So it shows me that, you know, there could have been people that were blinded to whatever was going on, or blinded to at least the truth. Or you could have been, like, you're definitely on your Fool's journey. Everybody's on their Fool's journey. Like, that's what life is called. But somebody got fooled. Somebody got fooled. Strife. Somebody got fooled into trying to create strife for you. We ask that Eris, the goddess of strife, intercede on our behalf and break all strife from our lives. Amen. With the Most High God. Okay. Art. Dang. So you have an ability. You have an artistic ability. Okay. This is beautiful. You have something that other people want. And this artistic ability. This could be acting, it could be writing, it could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be anything that's artistic, literally. This is what's going to make you famous. How the Six of Wands talks about you becoming famous. This is with this art, something that you're doing. You could even be like a contractor that, you know, does landscaping stuff, okay? But whatever this art is something that you need to tap into, because your dreams are going to be fully realized, like when you come to that. And you could even do something like this. This is considered like an art. It's very abstract, right? So, okay, so yeah, I do feel like the energy from the Queen of Wands is starting to dissipate, which is good because there was a lot that she was throwing out. Um, Now, if you do not know who this Virgo is in your life already, just know that you have somebody that is a secret helper, okay? Somebody that has been assigned to your life from the spirit world, but they are a physical person, okay? But they've been assigned, yeah, they're like, shut up, shut up, shut up. No, why? I can't tell the collective that they have a friend. What the fuck? Come on, dude. Why do I need to shut up about that? That's so stupid. Like some of the stuff that the demons whine about, or whatever these weird ass spirits are, I don't know. Whatever they conjured up, I'm just like, what? Why do you even care about that? It's a Virgo. Because they're in the upright. So yeah, you have somebody in the court system that is a Sagittarius that is on your side that is gonna be in a way kind of forced to make things right. So you maybe get a court summons or something like that. Again, I don't know exactly how they proceed when you weren't really like a factor. I mean, even though you were the target of their crimes, and like I was saying, white collar crimes, lies, this attack shit, you were a target of their crimes, but maybe like you weren't indirectly connected or whatever, even though you were being affected. So I don't know what their laws are of like if somebody comes for somebody else and that person doesn't know that person's coming from them, they commit crimes against them. If they even need to notify the person that had the crimes committed against, I'm not for sure if they do or not. But if they do, then know that you will be notified. Like, there will be something that comes up because everybody's going to be really scared of you. And they're going to think that you're doing some type of black magic because these people are going to be losing limbs and shit. Like, they're going to be literally cursed by God and punished by God. And so they may think that this is you, but trust me. Trust me and trust yourself that you don't have the ability or the power or even the desire to punish anybody. We just don't care about shit like that. Like we want justice, but we don't care about like having to be the one that punishes the person. It's just not important. Okay. So knowing that the Uranus and this Aquarius that I feel like could have high Aquarius placement. They could be a Capricorn Aquarius or a Pisces Aquarius on the cusp. But either way, when Aquarius is in the upright, they're the water bearer of this Uranus energy. Yeah. Okay. So they were trying to bring in some bullshit to the new age of Aquarius. But you've got a Virgo. Could be a sibling, family member. There's somebody that's hidden. See, I can see when God shows his hand, but when God doesn't want to show his hand, he'll just be like this. Like, I'm just keeping this person. And you could also, if you're not a Pisces and if you're not a Virgo, thank God it was so hot in here. The fan just, finally, I feel it working. Yeah, in the afternoons, it starts to get really freaking hot in this room. So this Pisces Virgo, know that you could have a Pisces or a Virgo that's coming in that's going to help you to balance this, whatever this situation is. Okay, so it could be somebody in the legal system. system, but assistance, aid is coming. Alliance and aid. Oh, I don't think aid came out, but aid is on its way. And I just think that it's really interesting to me that the Aquarius is the water bearer. You usually see the Aquarius holding like a jug over his shoulder and it's got water, right? And that water is the new enlightenment. And basically, the planet Uranus is about innovative new thought, new ways of doing things, enlightenment, and stuff like that. But for all of these to be upside down shows me that you might be the Aquarius or you might be the water bearer, which is the actual person that's bringing those waters forward, the Amrita, the ambrosia of life, right? And this person was impersonating you or trying to like act like you. And they thought that if they acted like the way that you act, that they'd get the same effect or whatever. But they're not fake. And this is like, you don't compete where you can't compare. You're favored, this person is not favored. That's why they are not in the upright. And they're not favored not because of anything that you've ever done to them. Like I said, these people were pushing that narrative of they said something that affected me, so then I tried to unalive them with all these different methods. No, shut up. God will smack your ass. Shut the fuck up. Everybody's responsible. The only thing that you're responsible for is yourself. Literally, you're responsible for your feelings, for your thoughts, for your emotions, for your reactions, all of that stuff. You are responsible. That's the only thing that you're responsible for. Okay, literally, even your child is responsible for its own thoughts, feelings, and experience. You may be the mother or the parent to that child. You may want to comfort that child and make them feel safe and happy and stuff, but really it's up to them. Like, they are their own everyone's gonna be their own savior. There's never gonna be a Jesus that comes back as like, oh, I'm here to say whatever. Like, no, it's about raising that Christ consciousness frequency within the self so that you can deliver yourself salvation straight up. This is something I've had to learn. I've had to move my consciousness from being stuck in parts of my body because of trauma. I've had to literally move that up and raise my frequency, and it's taken years of literally going through diet change, exercise change. I was drinking out like regular water has a pH of 7, right? So I was drinking alkaline water that had a pH of 9 for like seriously 5 or 6 years, and I was having continual. This is so stupid, but I gotta be honest with y'all. I was having continual migraine headaches, right, which is a symptom of detox. And the more that you make your body alkaline, you detox that lower vibrational stuff. Like the Anunnaki, how they're gonna determine who stays on the planet and who doesn't is by how alkaline you are. If your pH gets to a certain level that's just low, it's just super low, then you become a parasitic entity. Okay, and it's disgusting. So anyways, the Anunnaki actually have technology and tools to scan a person, because we're all holograms, to scan our hologram and to test us. I mean, we can even test our own pH. I'm sure that there's like a urine test or some shit that does that. But my point is that basically, like, I had been living a toxic lifestyle. Well, it was just like partying, drinking, stuff like that. But like I was drinking, but then I stopped drinking. I was drinking to mask my abilities because they're so strong that I was getting scared all the time, and I didn't have the connection to God then that I do now. I didn't believe in the Most High as much then as I do now. I was just I was in a different space in my journey. Like, we all go through different phases, right? And we develop and we grow. But I literally am, my testimony is the glory of God. My life is the glory of God. Anything that I do that's great is the glory of God, because God kept me alive through all of these different things that I went through, and has kept my, Everybody's tried to take my gifts from me. Everybody's tried to gaslight me like a motherfucker on my abilities, and have tried to attack me on shit. And God has always kept me safe, and even if I saw, like it says, 1,000 may fall at your right hand, but it will not touch you. It will not come near you. You know, it may be over there chopping that person's head off, but it will not come near you. And that's like I learned that through the glory of God, and then read that scripture and was like, holy shit, it's totally legit. Like, literally, when God says that, God has your back. And trust me, God is very intimate. The Most High, the creator source of all things, actually does feel because it's a genetic direct, us, you know, I don't want to say ancestor, but we're a direct descendant, or like we're the creation of it, but we are it. So it's like, I don't know. I do know. It's just hard to say the ineffableness of God, because it's like anytime we try to describe or really define God, we're then putting God in a box of whatever that description is, and we're forgetting about everything else that God actually is and does. And so anyways, so know that this situation will be worked out. Okay. I do feel like we're gonna do this one right here, because you know these positive affirmation cards, they, with whatever the situation is, this applies to this. It's basically like when I'm like, okay, this is a wild situation that's gone on here. Let's see how we correct the situation. How do we make the change? How do we adapt? How do we evolve? How do we become a better person? This is all about becoming a better person for you, and then for everybody else. But you got to do you. You have to be able to take care of yourself first and foremost, and you have to put yourself first. The mistake that these other people made, honestly, that I can say in this situation in your life, is that they put somebody else's opinion before their own opinion even, and acted out of their own character. Like they could have been possessed or something, or influenced or whatever. Again, the Temperance card there is showing me Archangel Michael having to intervene clearly. And Archangel Michael is a Sagittarius. So the Sagittarius in your life, and honestly, this is going to be wild. I know a lot of Michaels. I'm psychic. I've read every single Michael that I know. My father's name is Michael. And I have a significant other, Michael. So Michael, and I have a friend, like I know so many Michaels, and they all have this temperance quality to them. It's wild. They all have this, like, that's why learning about what your name means is really important. Like my name, when I typed it in, I could not believe it, yo. And not this name, but my real name. I typed it in, and it showed me the direct Hebrew translation was one who sees the future. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm for sure meant to be a psychic. Like, and my mom was just like, oh, I'm just going to change the way that this name is spelled because I think it's cute. And no, that was like some divine planning from God. God's like, no, we're going to name it what it is. One who sees the future. So anyways, I think that's funny. But seriously, learning about what your name is going to give you insight into finding about what your divine life purpose is. Want to know why? Okay, because when I say alien, alienel, and alienatu, if we're talking about alienel, that is the god El. El is the god is in the Bible. It's all of the angels' names are of God, and so they end in El, like Jophiel. Ariel. They all end in EL. Does Michael? It does. Michael ends in EL. So you take that first part of the name, which is like which is a what are they called? It's like a root word or something. You get the definition of that, and then you apply that of God, and that's how we have figured out. That's how the angels have figured out, you know, how that's how we've named them basically. Okay. So finding out what your name means will give you a little bit more information about what your higher self intended for this lifetime. So for somebody, I feel such a great feeling right now. Somebody's got two people that are coming into their life. Somebody's gonna be a Virgo, somebody's gonna be a Pisces. These are two energies that are gonna help balance out your like aura and your psyche, your personality, everything. These two people are going to be very protective of you spiritually. You may not notice it like in the physical, but their energy is going to, oh, I just got the best chills. Their energy is going to bring you some type of positive experience, some type of protection, another layer to your charisma. They're going to bring out something within yourself that's very artistic. I think that these people might be muses. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. That's a really good feeling that they give, this Virgo and Pisces. They're definitely going to be some type of muse to you. So if you've been feeling like you had a creative rut, know that it was like definitely divinely ordained for you to have. And if you ever got into a creative rut, this is how much you are supposed to be an artist, a performer, a tarot reader, or whatever it is that you're passionate about. Okay, because God's like, you know what, even if this person gets to a space where like they are questioning, should I do this, whatever it is that God wants you to do, which is just use your abilities in whatever way that they work to help yourself and to help other people. And by doing that, that helps the planet and it helps everybody else. And you contribute to the society, you contribute to loving God, but you have to love yourself first. And so that it's so important. That's why that self-love in the Panther Oracle came out. It's so important. Okay. So I'm being guided to take this one. Don't allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Remember, we consciously, subconsciously, and in all ways, forms, and fashion, with the Most High God's grace, call back all power that it belongs to us. Amen. Okay, you will be treated, and we ask that the Most High God assist us in taking our power back from all situations that do not serve our highest purpose, goal, pursuit, love, passion, and fulfillment, or our families. Please continue to bless our families. Please continue to bless this platform. Please continue to bless everybody that comes across my readings. You will be treated how you allow others to treat you. This is the biggest lesson ever, you guys. This is how being in the fool's journey and being unaware of this situation, this is what's going to cause you to be able to become aware and thus avoid it. You know, when you're wise to stuff, this is why Odin's knowledge was like actually worth something, because he was around forever. Okay, and literally, I don't even say very many nice things about Odin, so I'm surprising myself right now. But Odin has wisdom, and wisdom is stuff that you get from actually going through something and learning a lesson, like firsthand experience, right? Okay, so yeah, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle for anything less than you deserve. I'm going to read this again because this is so important, you guys. Don't allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. You are always in control of what you think, what you say, and how you react, even if you're being under witchcraft and influenced by demons and all sorts of shit. At the end of everything, you are the one that has that free will to move, to think, to blink, okay? It's not anybody else. So knowing that gives you power. So don't allow anybody to abuse your power, take it away from you. Remember, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself, that you love yourself far too much to settle for anything less than you deserve. And you deserve good things in your life, okay? You deserve good people. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. True that. If your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from from that, okay? Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve or what you think you can't achieve, okay? Yeah, don't stand in your own way. Yeah, by doing that, when you place limitations on yourself on what you can and you can't do, you basically are putting yourself in a box, and that's confining yourself. So allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms of all forms into your life. And you may get this temperance energy may be the person that sends you some type of news or document. They could be a Sagittarius. Anyways, I feel a very positive energy coming from them. Don't allow negative emotions to fester. If you're feeling frustrated, angry, or hurt, for example, just acknowledge that. Sometimes we just need to be there for ourselves and acknowledge that we are upset about something, that we are hurt about something, or that something did bother us. And that's okay. It's okay to have feelings. Like, we're here to have feelings. But what it's not okay to do is to fester and to stay on that feeling and to drag it out. And so I'm learning as I go and work on perfecting myself, because I'm just like everybody else. I have superpowers, but I'm still a person. I have to go through the same shit that all the other people do, pretty much. Well, it's not the same, but you know what I mean, like birth, eating, walking, sleeping, that type of stuff. Like, we all have to go through this human experience stuff. So yeah, when we anytime you allow any negative emotions to fester within you, you're basically building up a heart wall, and that blocks you. You're building up a wall of resistance, okay? So this wall of resistance is something that you keep putting out in your auric field, which blocks you from receiving from the universe. So that's why it's really important not to let anger get the best of you and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. But know that when you're feeling those emotions, don't beat up on yourself or judge yourself because you're feeling that emotion. It's okay. Be there for yourself. Love yourself. You'll know that if you're in that emotion, just start asking yourself, is this my energy? Is this my thought? Do I really feel this way? These are the things you need to, anytime you feel a negative emotion, I would be like, is there anything that I'm holding on to, or anything that, do I have any negative energy that I've picked up from anyone else or created myself? And if I do, then I would like to clear that negative energy. Okay, so just acknowledge that instead of fighting your feelings. People that fight their own feelings, it's constantly a war inside of you, and then that's what you'll see outside of you. That's literally what you will draw in, because it's something unresolved going on within you. That's usually how things work. So anything that's on the outside exists on the inside. Anything that's on the inside exists on the outside. So yeah, acknowledge your feelings instead of fighting your feelings. Go with them and work with them. Then true healing can really begin. Learn to ride the waves of life when faced with difficult times. You can either fight against the current, right? You could be a salmon jumping upstream, of trying to avoid the mouths of the bears that are eating from the salmon that are going upstream like that. That's just like such an analogy to me that nature shows you. Like, look at this fish jumping out of water, trying to swim upstream, jumping like right into the grizzly bear's mouth. Like, that's literally an analogy that you could, like, for paddling upstream, for going against the tide. So you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting my energy, right? Fighting against it. What is to be gained of that? Don't do that to yourself. Okay? All right. Now we're going to do some angel numbers. And oh my God, this is the longest reading I've done, I think, almost ever. Holy crap. Okay, so how the angel numbers work is that when you see these angel numbers in your reality, we'll just do a couple. It'll give you confirmation about this reading. So make sure that you're aware of what you're thinking and doing at that time, because you're going to apply that personal information to the overall interpretation of these angel numbers. Okay. 0303, taking chances. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith with your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. 0303. All right, we're going to do 3 of them. 6666, great blessings. Self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, and letting go. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. Yes, we ask that that be done now. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. Whoa, okay. 0440, the gut feeling, intuition, betrayal, pessimism, relating value, insight, increased perception, love, and monogamy. Okay, follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. 3 is a crowd. Don't allow anybody to try to become a third party in your life at this time, unless it's like a baby or a child. Okay. 2112, it's up to you. Someone watching over you. This is confirmation. Someone is watching over you. That's why you are protected from this situation. Good fortune, unforeseen forces. Like I said, you have allies that are coming in or that are already in your life that you don't even know that are protecting you in some type of way. Also, direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true soon. Yeah. Okay, so we had 0303, which is about taking chances in your life. 6666, which is about great blessings. 0440, which is about following your gut feeling and your intuition. And then 2112, which is about being decisive and taking that first step, because it's up to you. Thank you guys for those of you that made it to the end of this reading. I like literally just looked up at the clock and saw, oh my gosh, 1 hour and something minutes. Whoa. Okay, I don't mean to make them long, but I guess some of them just turn out the way that they are. So, all right. God bless you. Thank you for those of you that made it. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and make sure that you hit the notification bell, because if you don't hit the notification bell, then you won't be notified of every time that I go live. And so you'll want to be a part of all of the new fun stuff and lessons that we're learning and connection with God and all that good stuff. So know that God will be with you for the rest of the day, and everything that came up here is obviously you're already protected from it, but God wants you to know that it was happening so that you could give that love to God and be thankful and give that glory to God, and know that if you stand in that glory of God's space, that God is going to just continue to give you success, win after win after win. And it showed up like in the cards that were for you, like it really showed up how God is giving you success beyond, and fame and recognition and all of that. Like that's stuff that God is willing to give you. You don't have to sell your soul for that shit. You don't have to do nothing degrading for that. God is going to give you that because you are giving the glory to God. Do you see? Like it's like literally like it's a beautiful thing. So if you guys do want to donate or tip me, that would be lovely. I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. There is a PayPal link in the description box below. It's not required, but it is necessary for me to keep going. So thank you guys so much for all of your help. And know that every time you bless me, God's going to financially bless you as well. Okay, so that you always have extra to give. When you give, you'll find that you always have extra to give. But those of you that don't have extra to give, I totally understand. So I will accept your energetic likes and your comments. I love reading your guys' comments. It's really interesting to me to see how your guys' stories turn out. So definitely, when you get confirmation of this, definitely come back and leave me a comment, like the video, share it. I'm appreciative of everything and of all of you. And I just want you guys to know that you are appreciated, you are valued, you are loved by me and by the Most High God. And that actually does mean something. That means that you're going to be protected from this situation. Okay. God bless you guys. All right. I'm giving you air hugs and lots of support. Make sure you drink water, go for a walk, be really good to yourself, be really kind to yourself. Okay. Make sure that you give yourself that self-love. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.